The night my old man retired as Chicago police, and after a whole lot of beers, he told me that most cops have the same basic, reoccurring nightmare. Now in mine, I'm chasing this bad guy through the old Cabrini Green buildings, you know, the ones they tore down a while back. I come down the stairs, I round the corner, and I spot the gun.
Drop the weapon!
And I do everything right.
Drop the...
3 shots, center body mass, just like they teach you at the academy. But the bullets just bounce off, and the guy just laughs, and then...
Your phone's ringing. Jarrett, it's almost 3.
Oh. Why'd you let me fall asleep?
I didn't. I fell asleep. You were supposed to go. That'll be your fiancé wondering where you are. I don't miss that feeling.
Osaki. No, yep. Who? No, all right, no. 3 o'clock. Oh, yeah. Give me 20 minutes.
So not the fiancé.
No.
She doesn't check up on you?
Oh, she's not like that. She doesn't worry as much as you do. I'll give you a call. Okay. All right, gotta go.
Whoa! Dad? What are you doing here?
What are you doing with a baseball bat?
Protecting the house. Why are you here at 3 in the morning?
I had to discuss some things with your mother. I finished work late.
You're sleeping with him?
We'll talk about that in the morning.
What is this, like a one-night stand, or are you actually getting back together?
No.
Mom?
No.
Maybe you should go.
Yeah. Okay, sorry about the plate.
Let's see.
There you go.
You all know Deputy Chief Samuels?
Fellas, how you doing?
Good.
How are you? What have you heard?
We're tracking some fancy boat.
A possible drug deal?
A dock worker saw some armed men loading a yacht.
We got eyes on this boat?
We got a copter and a Marine unit.
Why are we stopping?
First reason? Waiting to see if it's a rendezvous. We want to catch them making the exchange.
The other reason is we spotted Daniel Romero on board.
Which matches the intel ICE put out last week that he was on the move.
You want to educate the ignorant amongst us who Daniel Romero is?
Yeah, it brings a ton of heroin into Chicago and the Midwest. I mean, we had a CI feeding us intel on Romero, but we found his body, his arms, his legs, and a nice little neat pile and Rispetto carved on his chest.
It means respect. Romero gets respect, but you know what? Today he also gets arrested.
Used extreme caution. He's accused of killing over a dozen police officers in Mexico.
What's a billion-dollar crime boss doing on a drug run?
This must be something huge.
I doubt he's here on vacation. Last time we even knew he was in the country was, 4 years ago?
That's right.
So today, we have the element of surprise. And we better bring him in dirty, because the only thing worse than missing him would be catching him and having to cut him loose. Wasaki, your primary, you and Everest lead the task force. You make sure you bring enough firepower.
We got enough firepower?
Wasaki.
Who's gonna hear you cry when there's more of them than there are of you? Who's gonna hear you cry when the high winds come and it takes your breath? Who's gonna hear your voice when violent men wanna cut you down and the sun is gone in the dead of night and it's down? Who's gonna hear you cry?
Hands up! Up against the car. Come on, get out on the ground. Get out on the ground.
Hands.
Put down, police! Get on the ground! Romero, stop! All right, Marine Unit M1, make sure the harbor entrance is closed.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, somebody better tell him that.
Come on, get the gate open!
Well, Daniel Romero. Must be pretty cold jumping in Lake Michigan. How's the water?
What's your name?
Detective Evers.
Evers, okay, I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah? You need help spelling it?
That's quite all right.
Is that a threat, friend?
It's not every day we get a man like Romero in bracelets.
Yeah, but the question is, can we keep him that way?
You tell me.
There's no drugs on the boat. We've turned it upside down. The best we can come up with is a bottle of cooking wine in the fridge.
Damn it.
Yeah, we can hold him on the guns charges, but Romero wasn't strapped up.
So it won't stick.
On a brighter note, think what we could do with this.
So if there was a drug deal, we obviously missed it.
Looks that way, yeah.
But we can only hold Romero for 47 hours, and 36 minutes more. It's the only amount of time left we got to dig something up to charge him with. We won't get another chance.
In training to be an undercover cop, they taught me that sometimes you have to break the law to establish your cover. So when I torched the house, I considered that just part of the job. But when they pulled a body out of that fire, it became something else. It became my new nightmare.
Come on, boy, open up.
For your torching services. I'm gonna burn through all that in one place. Oh, we got a call from Alderman Gibbons' office. You've been summoned to his royal chambers.
Why?
Might ask him. I just want to think about shaving. You got any donuts? Let's get breakfast.
The hell, man?
Whoa, what? Hey,
Why don't you watch where you're going?
No problem, buddy?
Oh, you think because you're a cop, you could just push people around? No, you need to apologize.
What are you doing here, huh?
I'm trying to bail out a buddy. What's your excuse, you son of a bitch? Get off me, man. Where's my apology? Your excuse, you son of a bitch. Apologize. Watch out, guys.
Every time there are a dozen offenders and their families out there, huh? You want to be seen with me? Is that it, huh?
I just thought it would give me a chance to talk to you face to face.
This is not the way we communicate, okay?
Well, I tried calling the superintendent. No one called me
maybe
back.
she's got better things to do. Right? This better be good.
Do you have an ID on that body? The one they found in the fire they made me set?
Marcel Reed, 38-year-old white male. What's this about?
I have a meeting with Gibbons at noon.
Good. Good. Things are finally moving along.
I'm not going, man.
You what?
Someone died in a fire that I set. Isn't there some process I'm supposed to go through, like debriefing or counseling?
Counseling.
If I were a beat copper, I'd probably be in jail right now.
Nice little massage.
I'm trying to deal with this.
Either you get your head together, or the 6 months you spent training and your year undercover goes down the drain for nothing. Do you understand?
You don't think I know that?
You asking me to come in, is that it?
No.
All right, good. Pull yourself together. Man up. And get over to Gibbons's and earn his trust. Can you do it?
Yeah.
All right. And I gotta throw you against the wall. You ready? Come on.
Yeah. Hey, come on, man.
You okay? What do I seem not okay?
You seem tired. Your fiance called last night looking for you.
What did you say?
I said, don't worry, Jarek's fine, aside from not having slept in a week, living on turbo caffeine, and having sex with his ex-wife. I'm gonna left that last part out. Let me do it. I got it. This stuff is awful for you.
Yeah, well, thanks for the heads up.
So you're telling me that you and Romero were just on something illegal about going south? You understand what mandatory...
You seen the waiting area? Romero's got his own cheering section.
Jealous.
possession of a firearm?
Half a dozen Latino mobsters all waiting patiently. Any luck here?
Nope. No one's talking. I mean, call me crazy, but I think they'd rather go down on a gun charge than wind up in a neat little pile of body parts.
Well, I got a call from the director of the FBI.
Well, fancy you.
They can't prove anything either, but they want to question Romero.
Finders keepers.
Oh, no, I don't think it's a question of taking credit.
No, but you let the feds get their claws into him. You think they're going to squeeze him into giving up his Chicago operations? No way. No. We get him to shut down local pipelines, then we hand him over to the D.C. bloodsuckers.
Hey, Jarek, would you Oh, Superintendent, I didn't realize you're in here.
What do you want?
May not be anything. It's probably not. But, can I show you something just in case?
What?
Okay, that's Romero's wife, Beatrice. The guy next to her is Lucho, her brother.
I know who Lucho is. He's Romero's lieutenant. What am I looking at?
You know, one of the side effects of those energy drinks is irritability.
Yeah, so speeding up conversation, so.
Well, Meryl's wife is crying, which is strange, and she knows how little we have on him. You know, I haven't spoken Spanish since high school. Even then I got a C, but when I walked past, I'm pretty sure I heard her say something about praying for her son.
Mrs. Romero, we spoke to your husband. I'm really sorry to hear about your son.
He told you? Where's Marco? You know where he is?
We're willing to help if we can.
Your husband's as worried about this as you are.
Well, he's not acting like it. Why not just pay what they want? He didn't tell you, did he?
Someone kidnapped your son.
I have to go.
No, Mrs.
If
Romero.
you tell us, we can help you.
If someone has your son, we can save him.
You're lying. Mentiroso.
The cash on the boat wasn't from a drug sale. It's ransom money.
Chicago knows how to honor its dead. In 1865, 125,000 people showed up to view the open casket of President Abraham Lincoln. Every day, on average, 2 of my constituents died. I visit every bereaved family. My presence tells them this person was important and will be missed. And while critics say it's a political stunt, a way to be remembered when people pull that voting lever, for me it is so much more than that.
Alderman.
It's about compassion and ritual.
Mr. Hennessy, not a moment too soon. I have an appointment in 20 minutes. It's 30 minutes away. Lily, give me the keys.
Keys to what?
You don't know why you're here?
I'll call. Warn them you're gonna be late.
My regular driver called in sick, and I was told you'd be available to drive me around.
Really?
Well, it's not glamorous, but it does have its benefits. Of course, now, if you say no, I won't be offended.
Sure.
Good. The car's out back. It's a black town car. If you'd bring it around.
Yes, sir.
You know, I get it, man, I do. You're a ruthless drug dealer. You got a certain image to uphold. It's better to refuse our help, keep us in the dark, and let your son get killed by a kidnapper.
I'm sure your gangster friends will be impressed.
Yeah. Yes, lunch. You want to get something to eat? You want to go to Dino's?
Yeah. You want us to bring you back a slice? No? You sure? No? Okay.
You know, you mightn't care about your son, but your wife does. She's this close to talking, and when she does, well, who knows what she's going to say, huh?
We know she and your son were in Chicago secretly to visit her parents, but guess someone found out.
If I were you, I'd leave my wife alone.
He speaks.
Don't pretend you care about my son. The only reason you want the men who took Marcos to flip them against me.
That's partly true, but we'd still do better trying to find him than you will from in here.
You a father? I don't think so. But you are. Someone threatened your family. Would you want a stranger to fix it for you? Yeah. You have him for 2 more nights, unless my lawyer gets me out sooner. And trust me, when I leave, problem solved.
This is Romero's personal stuff. Nice watch.
Get the numbers off the cell phone, run those right away.
Jerk. Oh, hey, I'm Dina. You must be Caleb.
Great to meet you. In person, I mean.
How's he holding up?
I mean, with or without the energy drinks?
I've been on him about that. Is he still doing 6 a day?
I don't know, like 9 or 10.
10? You know how bad that stuff is for you?
The worst part is dehydration and
Dina, what are you doing here?
Memory and...
Can we talk?
Yes, come through this way.
I sat JJ down to explain our relationship.
Okay, good. What did you say?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
I opened my mouth and I realized that I had no idea what our relationship was.
Oh, come on, Dina.
Look, he thinks we're getting back together. I told him that's not true.
All right.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
You're engaged. You talk about breaking up with her, but then you don't. So maybe you are going to marry her. Basically, what I need is for you and me to get our stories straight. We need to tell our son something that doesn't make us sound like a couple of horny, irresponsible teenagers.
I get it, I do, okay? I'm in the middle of a case. Listen, just quieten us down. Figure this out, okay?
Okay. Sooner the better.
Okay.
It's ringing. Jarek! Everyone quiet. Who here speaks Spanish? Anyone? You? You speak Spanish? Hola.
47th and Michigan Avenue, 2 p.m. Say it back.
47th and Michigan Avenue, 2 p.m.
Bring the money and come alone. Anyone with you and we kill the kid.
It's a home of a 92-year-old woman who passed away last night. I'll be consoling her 2 daughters and 7 grandkids.
I'm sorry.
Well, actually, I never met her. This may sound sentimental, but I consider all my constituents family. The ones who voted for me, anyway. The rest can go to hell. I'm joking about that. Hand me those flowers. That my daybook?
Yeah, it was on the floor.
That's all right. Thank you for finding it. I was gonna ask if you wanted to come in. Comforting the bereaved can be an oddly moving experience.
Yeah, I'll just lock up.
Thanks again.
All right, now. You guys have been questioning my client for hours. You know, he was hit in the face. One of your officers.
Reacted to a kick in the groin.
Superintendent.
We'll make this quick. We received a call on your cell phone. Your son's kidnappers are not aware that you're in custody and they want to make the switch in 2 hours. Now we're willing to send you in alone with the ransom money.
Or why? We'll surround the block, you get your kid back, then we go in.
Why?
Why what? Why would we help you out? I don't know, that's a good question.
Caller had a Nigerian accent. We think the Nigerian gang is behind this. We know in recent years Nigerians have been trying to elbow into your business, and we don't need you coming after them, spraying bullets, or them going after you. But the real reason is your son is 7, and he's caught in the middle of this. And we protect children, even yours. I'm gonna give you some time to talk to your attorney, but I wouldn't talk long.
My name is Daniel Romero. You good? All right, the microphone is sewn in the shirt, so it's not visible. Okay.
You're gonna wear this under your coat.
Come on, man. It's broad daylight. They'll see that.
You know, their eyes will be glued to the duffel bag full of cash.
Wasaki.
Yeah.
You wanted a warning if the feds got here? Guess who's here?
All right, take over.
This is a federal warrant for Daniel Romero. I'd appreciate your assistance in transferring him into our custody effective immediately.
I bet you would.
You don't have a case against Romero.
We're in the process of making a case while we hold him.
Sounds to me like you're focused on a kidnapping, which is fine, but that's a peripheral issue.
And not if you're Romero's kid, it's not.
You can't wait a day?
Not my decision.
Oh, man, you gotta love the FBI, man. You really do. They're so respectful of their superiors. You know, Caleb, when he grows up, is an aspiring G-man. He wants to be just like you guys.
A Triangle Rico case. A big one. And Romero's involved.
What do you mean involved? What, you gonna do a deal with him?
You know I can't tell you that.
You can't tell me that. I mean, this guy cuts off women and children's heads. He murders whole families, and you're gonna what? You're gonna put him in a witness protection program? Is that it? Set the guy up in some hardware store up in Boise, Idaho?
Always appreciate the local hospitality when I come to Chicago. When you're ready to do this, we'll be outside.
God, I can't get that one guy's smell out of my nose. Who's that? Vomit or urine?
All right, cheer up. The day's half over.
24 cops on that Harbor raid. Okay, most of them so fat they can't even jump over a pothole, and we're stuck on lockup.
It's my fault. It's because the chief thinks I blew that frisk.
Next time you want to take the blame for somebody, do it on my day off.
You wouldn't want to be on the streets without me. Who translate the radio calls for you?
You know, that joke would be a lot funnier if we were in a car and not on lockup.
Hey.
Hey, Uncle Jared.
Here they got you guys on padlock patrol.
Yeah, you do the crime, do the time.
Well, how'd you like to help me play a little game of hide and seek?
Gentlemen, would one of you please sign for the prisoner?
Who's he?
Daniel Romero.
Not the one we're waiting on.
That's what it says here.
Sir, what's your name?
Wayne.
Wayne who?
Wayne Dietzig.
Shoot. That's not good.
What? What happened?
This says Wayne Dietzig was transferred to another facility. There must have been a mix-up. But if we did transfer your man, we will get him back immediately.
You think this is funny?
No, sir. We don't tolerate mistakes in the Chicago PD. And when one's made, we will do everything we can to correct it immediately.
Give me the superintendent. No, I'll call her myself. Get this guy out of here. What is that smell?
Urine.
You didn't say too much back there.
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to?
Well, you can't know how to help a person unless you ask them what the problems are, right? Engage in their lives.
Feel their pain?
Is that so difficult? I know we live in cynical times, but have we really evolved to the point where you are too good to walk in another man's shoes? Feel their pain?
I didn't mean it like that.
No, of course you did. You're conditioned, young man. Conditioned to mock, ignore another person's plight. Your whole generation's been conditioned to focus on the grand importance of yourselves. Not your fault. My generation's fault for not teaching you better manners. You know what? It is not too late, though.
I hope not, sir.
It's not too late.
Team 1, Romero is in position. I have a visual on the van, northeast corner of the complex. What?
I didn't say anything. How many is that so far today?
Get a hobby. All right, Team 1, I have movement on the roof of the building, west side of the lot. Anyone see that?
Team 3, negative.
Okay, Team 1, I'm sitting 2 officers up under the roof, south of the entrance, facing us. Go.
Team 3, we got a vehicle headed south on 47.
Okay, Evers is off the street. Get down.
Back up, man.
Where's my boy? You need to see the cash before you see the kid.
Yeah, you're not gonna see that money until I see my boy, you
You will
understand?
see nothing until we see the
All
money.
right, Team 1, has anyone got visuals on the boy?
Negative.
All right, shots fired. All teams move in. All teams move in.
I've been waiting and wishing and hoping you'll come alive.
Bring up your weapons! On the ground! Hands up!
Team 2 with apprehended 2 shooters on the roof. They are male Latinos, not Nigerians. These are Romero's guys.
Show me your hands! Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! All right, nice and slow. Keep your hands where I can see them. Get out of the car up against the wall.
Shot once in the arm. Then the shot hit the vest. I'm afraid you're gonna be okay.
Where's Marco?
You have the boy?
There's no sign of him.
just when a boy wanna play so.
You understand this is just procedure. When an officer shoots a suspect, we relieve them of their weapon for a ballistics examination. You will be issued a replacement weapon.
Yes, ma'am. Now, look, there are two types of police-involved shootings I handle, good ones and great ones. And this is a great one.
Thank you, Detective. You mind if I finish up here?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so we don't have the boy, we don't have a case. Apart from that, we're pretty much right on track.
Hey, we did manage to get a drug kingpin shot, so it's not a total loss.
Well, make sure you get the Nigerian cell phones, run any numbers you find.
You know what I can't figure out? How do Romero's guys know about the meet at all? Romero had no way of telling them.
His lawyer. Well, the next time you speak to your $1,000 an hour shyster, you might want to thank him for your bullet wound.
Those men didn't bring Marco because they saw you, okay? You were stupid.
No, if they'd have seen us, they wouldn't have been here at all. If your buddies weren't on the roof waiting to take shots at everyone, we would have followed the Nigerians to where they're keeping your son.
Get my son back.
We now have 7 of Romero's men and 3 of the Nigerian kidnappers in custody. I don't know what this RICO case is you're putting together, but that's got to help, right? So I'm asking you for a favor. Let us build our case and have Romero stand trial in Chicago.
What is this?
It's for playing on a department softball team.
Recently?
Not recently.
Well, to answer your question, as the Bureau Special Agent in charge, I reserve the right to put him in the witness protection program. I know it's unsettling, but he's not the only one spilling blood. So are his competitors. The hitmen, the soldiers, countless lives destroyed by the drugs alone. Now, if Romero can help us tear that all down...
So that's a no. You won't let us build our case.
I hear he's a little worse for wear, but with your permission, I think it's time we take possession of Mr. Romero.
Lucho. Lucho, how's it hanging?
Who's this?
You don't recognize my voice? It's Detective Evers.
Who?
Behind you.
No cell phones in a hospital, fat boy.
What do you want? For starters, your sister's kid.
Yeah, why'd you kidnap him? Hey, was it just the money?
It's a lot of money.
Oh, did you want your boss to look bad so you could climb the ladder? I'm thinking a little bit of both.
You're crazy.
No, but you know what is crazy? It's when we tell your friends over there that you're working for the competition. Yeah, that we got your number off the cell phone of a Nigerian kidnapper. Hey, how's that gonna go down with the home team?
Let's find out.
Wait.
Police! Hands up! Put your hands up! Don't even put your hands up! Get up! Put your hands against the wall. Don't look at me. Put your hands. Okay. Step back towards me.
Marco? Marco? Huh? Come on, little man. Huh? You okay? Come here, little man. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Please.
You take such good care of those... I forget the word.
Constituents?
But they don't all vote for you. And if they don't support you...
Listen, the family doesn't have to like each other. Hell, most of the time we don't like each other. So what keeps us together? A shared experience. The fact that we know so damn much about one another that we have got to trust each other whether we want to or not. Am I right?
Sure.
Same with the people who work for me. We are family. There it is, right here. Why aren't you coming again? Liam, this is Joanna. Joanna, Liam. So her husband passed away the other day.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Any news from police?
They just said he died in a fire. Some house over on Waller Avenue.
Waller?
No reason even for him to be there. He didn't know anyone on that side of town.
Her husband's name was Marcel Reed. Maybe you read about him. Police suspect arson, but they don't have a suspect yet. Joanna, I promise you I will be all over the police until they get to the bottom of this.
I'm sorry. May I use your restroom?
Down that hall.
Liam, flowers first.
Thank you.
Hey, hey. Oh, man, look at you. Look at you. Come here, sit down. Hey, listen. You know that I would never, ever, ever forget you, right? No matter what happened.
What's that?
This is nothing. I got hurt. I'm fine. Not as strong as you, though. You tell me, what's the first thing you want to do today?
You should know that Lucha was confessed to planning the kidnapping.
Yeah, I heard.
He's agreed to testify against you on a whole list of charges, including homicide, drug trafficking, racketeering. Anyway, it's a long list.
Okay. Good. I love you, man. Now listen, you sit down. I got the best dessert ever made for you.
Daniel Ramiro, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against
right.
you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If
cut
you
it.
can't afford one, one will be provided for you. Do you understand these rights that have been read to you?
What half do you want? This half?
Mr. Ramiro, you understand?
Ready? 1, 2.
So now the feds cut him a deal and none of it means anything.
Oh, we haven't played our final card yet.
Really? Another one of those drinks? So you're not sleeping, you're not going to bed, you're not going home. Now I'm gonna have to prepare a cover story for your fiance again?
You think I'm proud of what I'm doing? Huh? I got an ex-wife, I got a kid, I got a fiance. I made a mess of it. I made a mess of my marriage. A woman I'm going to spend my entire life with. You think this is a joke? What do you want me to do? Go home to a fiance who's planning a wedding?
So what, as long as you keep moving, then you're fine? Is that it?
Something like that, yeah. Okay, I'm late. I'm gonna go. Call me in the morning.
You need anything else?
Sit down. Have a drink.
Lily, 2 scotches, please, baby.
Coming right.
Oh, I should move your car. I double parked.
They won't ticket my car. And if they do, I know a guy who knows a guy. You all right? You seem kind of bothered talking to that widow. The one whose husband died in the fire.
He seemed kind of young.
I suppose he was.
Thank you.
Not even 40, I think.
You'll let me know if you need anything else?
Thank you, Lily.
The guy that died in the fire? What do you know about him?
I never met him personally. From what I understand, though, he was unpleasant. Beat his wife, gambled the rent, made a lot of enemies. You know, that kind of thing. You can almost say his death was a blessing. Although, as I said, I never met him personally. Looking out for the people of Chicago is not something you can be half-assed about. At a certain point, there is no turning back. You are either in or you are out.
I'm in.
Yes, you are. Welcome to the family.
I
need to go to bed soon. I've got school tomorrow.
This must be confusing. Your father is engaged to a girl not much older than you.
Mom?
I'm saying that must be confusing in itself.
But it's not why we're here. Okay?
No, we're here because you and I still spend time together, and I'm trying to explain to JJ what that means.
And what it doesn't mean, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean we're getting back together.
Necessarily.
Okay, we're not getting back together at all. But it's important you understand that, okay? We both obviously still care about each other a lot, and we're both still your parents, and that's the important thing, JJ.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when two people have been together a long time, they still need each other. It's because they feel safe, because, well, it doesn't mean anything really. Just...
It doesn't mean anything?
Well, it means a lot, but it doesn't, you know, he knows what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah, sure. Basically, it's like a booty call.
No, it's not a booty call.
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
Whoa, no. JJ, a little respect, okay?
Look, whatever you want to call it, I get it, okay? You're adults. Now, are we done?
We're done.
No assistant out front?
I sent everyone home. Mini cupcake?
Bribing me with baked goods? See, at the Bureau, we are trained to resist that kind of tactic. But there really is no defense against red velvet, now is there?
No, there's not.
So, no wedding ring. You single or just protecting your husband from the rigors of the job?
Well, I never met a man who was coordinated enough to put a ring on my finger.
Well, then you must have been keeping yourself in a pretty deep cave all this time.
And what about you?
I was divorced last year.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't be. I deserved it.
You know, you don't have to put Romero in the witness protection program. Hear me out. You tell Romero that he's going to be tried on all counts here in Chicago, and we have at least one witness who's willing to testify. You point out to him that when he's put away, probably for life, he won't be around to protect his family. And they're already a target.
So you want to put the wife, not Romero, into the program?
The wife and son.
It's pretty tough to justify financially.
Well, Romero will give you everything you want. We keep the boy from learning the family business. And we make the Chicago streets safer before you bring federal charges.
Will Romero agree to it?
He'll do it for his son. What'd he say? Wait here. Don't let anyone through.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry it took so long to get back to you.
It's okay.
Jarek said he talked to you? He said you weren't sure how much longer you could do this kind of work.
I'm sorry for dragging you all the way down here. And I didn't mean to interrupt, but I've made up my mind.
All right.
The guy that I killed in the fire, Gibbons took me to see his wife. He's telling me he knows what I did, and he's holding it over me.
So that's why you're coming in?
That's why I'm not coming in. I will do whatever it takes to bring Gibbons down. Whatever it takes.
You understand your wife and son will be relocated and given new identities.
And I won't see them again?
No.
Or talk to them ever?
Not ever.
They'll be safe.
Safer than safe.
matters in this world, okay?
In some Chicago neighborhoods, there are families of police going back almost a century. So you have generations of spouses, mostly women, who know what it is to marry Chicago PD. Your friends are police, your politics are police. You go to cookouts and funerals. You marry the job. I know wives who use a police scanner as a way to stay connected, to still feel married. They leave it on at home, listening for their husbands. I used to do that, but not anymore.
But, don't call me before 2 tomorrow, huh?
I have a date.
What?
On Saturday night, I have a blind date. I just thought you should know.
Seriously?
Yeah, Paul and Liz have been wanting to set me up forever, and I just kept saying no, and the other night when you described our relationship, I just thought, this is crazy.
Yeah. Where's,
Your stuff is over here.
You can't say no?
You're mad at me because I have a date? You have a fiancé.
I'm mad at you.
So why am I still clinging to the idea that we're still a family?
Because we still are.
You've been trying to break up with Elena for months. What's so hard about that?
It's just...
Why don't you call her and break up with her now, and then I'll cancel my date? Go ahead, call her. Well, there you go.
This is a song for a son. This is a song for a sailor.
Yeah.
Home before 1 a.m. I knew there was a chance, but I wasn't counting on it. I have been eating popcorn and going crazy over this invite. We have to invite the Petersons. I keep on changing my mind.
This is a song for a tailor.
What?
Who stitched up my old house? Who stitched up my
I said, do we have to invite the Petersons?
I don't know who they are.
You look exhausted. How about I put you to bed and give you something really boring to read so you fall asleep?
I'll be soon, okay? You go ahead.
Great. I missed you.
I missed you too.
many more to come. This is a song for a dove. This is a song for a blown out bird.